Lucas, and today we're going to talk about stabilizers. So as many other people in the business, I really like Steadycams. You know, I have two here. This is the monoCam I reviewed earlier this year, and this is the Laing P-03 I reviewed even earlier this year. I like both really much. Both have their benefits. Especially what I like about both is they are very small. You know, they are very small, slick, and fast to set up. However, both of these have one major flaw in common. No, when you only work with DSLRs, this is not really a big deal. However, when you are like me and maybe use a Blackmagic cinema camera, you can come very quickly to the problem of weight loading of these stabilizers. The problem is not that these stabilizers couldn't hold the weight, because they can, you know, you can get a really high load on these. However, the problem is your arm, because at some point you really have to hire the Hulk himself to be your operator. At this point, you might need or might consider getting a Steadicam, a classic Steadicam setup with an arm in the vest. And this is where we get it now, because one of my favorite companies, Xseries, made a new product with their Kovacam line, and this is the vest for the new Kovacam arm and vest combination that I have hidden in my background right here. Of course, also we have a very big spring-loaded arm, which just feels nice. And let's have a look at these things in detail. So basically, the vest consists of two main parts. You have the first part, which goes around your shoulders and around your the middle of your body. I don't know how this is called in English, to be honest. So this is the one part that you get around yourself, and this is the second part that you get this strip around your hips, which is important, and you have the front plate with the attachment for the arm, and with all the metal that protects and helps you carry all that weight. So there are three cool things about the Steadicam. The first thing is, you can see we have these Velcro strips here that you can extend really long. So basically, this Steadicam arm and vest combination will fit nearly any person, you know? Sometimes people have just big jackets, you know? So in the winter when it's cold, you have a big jacket. It helps a lot with this. Then we have the front part. And you also, of course, have the Velcro part on this strip for the hips. But also, we can just screw down this knob. Then we have the security pin, and we can adjust the height of this plate, which is pretty cool. And we just close it down again, and fits. And the same for the attachment where the arm goes on. You can just fit it into position, screw it tight, and then fit it to our body so it fits everyone. If you're not sure which size you are, I think this Steadicam might have you covered. So in the perfect world, you always have some guy who helps you putting this thing on, because it's when you're alone, it's a bit hard. I would just try to do this right now. And I just already connected the up part to the metal stuff. And now we will just try to put it on here. So maybe I get the shoulder part here. So, and then I get the other part here, and you can see it gets. I'm a bit too big for this setup. So this is where an assistant comes in handy when you want to change the strips. However, let's just pretend that it's fitting me right now. Of course, we have this hip thing. So this is important. We have to get it around our hips, and you can't see this right now, but it's not fitting my hips. So the first thing I want to do is I want to loosen this knob, just right down. So now I extend it so it fits my hips much better. Maybe I even have to, we pretended it fits, but it doesn't. So must be really funny to watch this right now. So this is more my hip direction. So let's get this tight again. I really recommend you to have an assistant or a friend, or maybe your girlfriend, I don't know. But this really helps a lot here. So now we have to get this closed here down too. As you can see, I look a bit fat in this. But that's fine with me. Yet yeah, you can see I only took around 5 minutes to put it on. By the way, the problem is, as you can see, you always will have the arm on your right. You could also screw this off and just detach this part and rotate it, get it on, and then put the arm on the left side if you want this. This is not very quick to in the setup, but it is possible to get the arm on the left if you really need this. I think for now it's good. You can see it fits my body at least, and I'm not the tallest person, not the smallest person, but I'm a bit. So now here we have the arm. This part, of course, connects to the base on the vest part. And then we have in here, we have 4 really big springs, which can take a lot, and I mean really mean a lot of weight. I mean, I have a big setup to put on here, and it's still sometimes you can make it that this is not enough. I think you could easily get a Rat or maybe even an Alexa on this setup at some point, of course. You can see here inside the arm we have these Allen screws, and with this you can tighten and loosen the springs, so you have it's better for more or less counterbalance. We really have to figure it out. You can make the lower arm a bit loose and the upper arm stronger, or the other way around, or both equally, or both very strong, both very weak, just as you like it. That's a thing that you have to find out, which is for your preferred. But you can do this with the Steadicam, which is pretty nice. I would recommend to get a big Allen key with a T kind of handle, because it's much easier, because you get a normal handle with this, a normal Allen key. But it works at least, and it's pretty cool. By the way, while we are talking about this is the bag that you get with the Steadicam, which is pretty nice. It's a pretty big bag. So we can just open up right now and look in here. So here's a big space for the vest, and here there's a little room for the arm. Actually, I left something from when I received it from China. I got this wrapping stuff in there, but I think it's pretty cool to protect the bag a bit from the arm, because it's very heavy and very it's all metal. Also, we have a bag on the front, and I have stuff in here. For example, this is the Allen key I was talking about. This is something I would recommend to get, so it's a bit easier to have the arm here and can handle it. This is around $5 in any home improvement store. What you receive is this little Allen key that, of course, also works pretty flawlessly, actually. So yeah, that's my recommendation. And this is the bag, which is pretty cool because it can keep the whole Steadicam, and even, for example, a monoCam if you are interested in this. So now let's get on the arm. I will just raise the base that we connected to, so you just can see what I do here. And now I take the arm. It's very easy to get in, actually. So you just have to make sure that these 2 screws are far enough out of the holes. Then you get the really big stud in the hole. It's easy open. You can see what you do there. Again, with an assistant, it's much better. Now it's in there. We just screw these very big screws in here. So now we have the arm attached and can use it. Very nice. So now we have the arm connected, and it's pretty nice because it's very sturdy. I have to really much force to keep it down even on the normal hip level. So this was set up for a slightly rigged Blackmagic cinema camera. And now let's talk a bit about how we can connect the Steadicam stabilizer that we have to get separately. This is the monoCam. And the monoCam is from Xseries, just as the Kovacam arm and vest. So this stud here fits in here perfectly, which is pretty nice. You just have to be able to do this. So now it fits in here perfectly, and we can use it with any camera we will like, of course. Of course, this setup with both arms being big springs, it's a bit more dedicated to heavier cameras or heavier setups, but you could basically, in theory, you can get any camera on the stabilizer. So the problem is when you have a different stabilizer than the monoCam, and I will show you why. Because the monoCam has a very, very small inner diameter in this handle. So basically, you have something, if you have something like a Laing or maybe even the Flycams, I don't know actually about them, you have a much larger inner diameter of the handle. So when you get it on here, it won't fit perfectly. But of course, the guys from Xseries aren't dumb and don't want you to only use it with the monoCam, because you receive such a little stud adapter. So basically this is simply a very slightly small metal adapter thing, a little hat. I made some tape on here because it didn't fit perfectly even with the stud. However, I made a little tape on it, which is pretty nice because with the yellow color you can see it a lot better in the darkness or in the back. So, and with this little adapter, you can see it here, it fits perfectly in there. So we simply get the adapter on here, and then we get the Laing or whatever other Steadycam you have on here, and now it fits perfectly again. And basically, we are able to use this little setup with basically any stabilizer that we want to, which is pretty nice because it makes it much more versatile. Personally, I think this kit has a really great value, you know? It's a really great product, and what I like specifically, it's made to last, you know? The arm is so well manufactured. You don't have the quick adjustment knobs, which is just a pain sometimes. However, you can adjust the springs, which is important, and you don't always need to set it up every single shoot. You should just remain with one kit that you are using. And it's great because it's so stable, you know? It's not like many other kits that are that break apart when you use them more often. This is really built to last, and this is something I really appreciate. Of course, this comes at a price. The setup here right now with the arm and the vest with the 2 loaded springs is around $560 on the list price, which is a bit much for many people, maybe. However, you get what you pay for. This is an important thing to understand, because many other cheaper systems may just, as I mentioned before, fall apart and make not as much fun in the coming years as this might definitely bring. So, thanks for joining me for the little overview about this little new product. I'm really looking forward to show you the results because, you know, I'm not the best, I'm really not the best Steadicam operator on the planet. Actually, I'm not really a good Steadicam operator. However, I found some people who are very happy to help me out, or will be happy to help me out with the footage part of this video, of this review. So stay tuned for a second part of the series. We'll actually see what we can pull off with this very high quality system. And yeah, thanks for watching so far, and see you next time, guys. Bye.